hottest surprise developments in the 5th series of the show was the undercover relationship between Monica and Chandler.
I hope that it keeps going because, for a couple of reasons. I'll get to kiss her a lot, which is nice. And also, it's kind of an interesting dynamic.
In the rehearsal process of that first episode, there was a moment, the laugh was sort of born in the rehearsal because there was a moment where Chandler is sort of knocking back 89 espressos because he's trying to build up the nerve to break up with me. By the way, I never knew if I was coming back. They'd call me out of the blue, and I would just wait with bated breath for that script to drop at the door. Whatever time of night it was, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, I would drag that thing in and, start leafing through it just to figure out what they were going to do with her next. Lots of people ask me if I worried about playing a character that distinct, especially that distinct in voice, and I wasn't concerned about that at all. And I never worried about the aftermath. I just wanted to enjoy myself and bring that character to life. Of course, everyone wants to hear the laugh. And then I just say, I don't know what you're talking about. I am so proud and so happy to have participated in something that has given people so much joy and has spread across the world. Being recognized for that is an honor.
Let's say you and I give it another shot. No, I know what you're gonna say. You're a lesbian.
I never even really thought one way or another about the lesbian. It wasn't an issue for me, so I just thought it'd be a fun part.
There are a lot of moments over the years where you're just trying to do your job, something goes wrong.
Hey, and this is a little extra something for, always being there for me.
Hey, Joey, the camera hit our wall.
Our energy just comes way up when there's an audience here. Something happens between your brain and your mouth sometimes, and it just doesn't work.
No, you didn't. I did.
Ben's character wasn't exactly like me, but kind of, because he was kind of a prankster at times, and I'm always a prankster.
Do you remember all that stuff I taught you yesterday?
Remember all that stuff I taught you yesterday?
I'm not sure how I was cast in this role. I had just worked with Courtney on screen. Maybe she threw my name in there. I'm not sure. A little nepotism.
I came in and I auditioned. And when I came in, I kind of came in like myself. And they were like, oh, I said, am I boring you? I felt terrible. And then he said, just go away and do something outrageous with it. I just got this. I came back to the audition wearing a fat suit, a bunch of cigarettes, big sandwich, one of those with corned beef and a million things on them, dripping. And at one point, I took the cigarette and put it out in the sandwich, and they said, that's it. There's a history to her. She was an ex-showgirl. She's very old. I don't even know if anybody knows how old I have her in my head. She's in her 80s. She's out there. She puts that makeup on like she's still 20. She thinks she looks fabulous.
One of my favorite episodes was when Lisa Kudrow's character has a crush on Jack Geller. And I thought that was so funny.
Oh, and I wouldn't give to be that can of condensed milk.
Jack Geller is the father of Monica and Ross. I can't even, other than the actress Christina Pickles, I can't think of, what's the mother's name? What's my wife's name?
Judy.
Judy, right. That's his character. The character of Jack Geller doesn't even remember his wife's name.
I did like that wonderfully funny episode when Monica was stuck in the bathroom while we had a quickie because it was Jack's birthday.
Oh, Jack, stop!
Come on! It's my birthday!
Nora Being is really, really fun. When they first called and offered it to me, the show was still pretty new. I liked the kids. I thought that they worked very well together. I thought they were very talented individually and also very talented as an ensemble. I was so thrilled when they told me Kathleen was going to play Charles. Kathleen and I both frequently are cast for exactly the same purpose. It's the sort of deep-voiced, sex symbol, gravelly seductress. Oi, now you got two of them.
I'm not used to playing such sexually liberated. In fact, Marta asked me to do this part in the nude. I was in shock because it's TV. But I think, you know, on Friends, they do a lot of weird stuff. I said, no, I'll do it, but I won't do it in the nude. But I will do the part about the erotic erotery.
It was a one-shot deal. And then when Lisa Kudrow got pregnant, they had to come up with a storyline, so they used me and Vonnie, which I'm very grateful for.
I've had kind of a long career by now, because this is like, what, 6-7 years later. I've done Greek tragedies and Shakespeare, you know, feature films and all these things, but really, the only thing people want to know from me is what was it like kissing David Schwimmer. Just to answer your question, it was great. He's a good kisser.
Chandler loved Baywatch, and we would sit in the canoe. I wore this hockey jersey that Matthew Perry picked out and was very specific about, like, this is the sexy hockey jersey, so she has to wear that.
And then I remember making my first entrance, knocking, it was like time slowed down.
Models are actually down the hall.
And Jennifer's mouth was moving, and all I could think was, the second that mouth stops, I have to say something. Any sort of response I got from a fan, they seemed excited by it. They seemed excited by the relationship, by her new relationship, you know, and I felt fortunate that I was that guy. I mean, I can't lie to you, you know what I mean? It was good to be that guy.
Mona was the coolest girlfriend ever in the history of the world, I just have to say, because he had another girl pregnant, Rachel, and Mona still dated him. She put up with so much crap. I still have people come up to me on the street going, you were the best girlfriend ever. He should be with you. I'm like, I wish we'd done more episodes. I get off work and I tell my friends, you can't believe what they had to eat tonight. You know, it's just like, because it's exciting. It's, you know, they have everything there. It's like I'm like this poor kid from the wrong side of the tracks, and I got to eat every tape night on Friends. It is quite a spread there.
In the scene, when he's telling me that we can't date because it's against the rules, and I start kind of getting turned on by what he was saying. It was so hard to keep a straight face because he was so funny. David was a lot more serious than I thought he was going to be. He's a really hard worker. That was actually a really nice surprise. He really wanted to make sure that we rehearsed all the scenes, wants to make sure that everything is just right.